Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very welcome. Well, today we've got a map which is a real life location, and above everything else, it's an accurate version of the real life location. I've been into Google Earth, I have had a look close up. All the highways are right, all the intersections are right, all the coastlines, all the canals, all the rivers, everything is absolutely in place and accurate. It is a bit clunky. It is just a little bit clunky, and there's going to be a lot of things I'm moaning about, but I'll tell you straight up, accuracy is what this creator has gone for. And well, we do like an accurate map, don't we? In fact, I would say we love them. That's right, hitting the love button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Venezia, City of Water by lifefordance. Venice. Of course it's Venice. There's your start square, plenty of water there, which you'd expect in a city of water. What about the terrain heights? Well, Venice is sinking, is very low to the ground and very wet looking. And what about your resources? Resources looks like a big green schlong at the top of the screen there. Oh, I've never seen a schlong before. And there's your fishing, which is pretty good now that COVID has kicked in and we've gotten zero pollution in Venice. Very nice. Okay, off to the workshop. No DLC is required for today's map. In fact, apparently there's no subscriptions required at all. We've got nearly 1,000 subscribers as well, which is saying something. There is a link to the image overlayer and the actual image overlay as well, if you want to take advantage of all of that. We'll be using the vanilla temperate theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Except for one little thing. When I tried to load the map up, I was faced by this. Custom map theme is missing. Now, I have 132 custom map themes on my system, all of the popular ones. What map theme were you using? I need to know. I desperately need to know. Anyway, we normally start from the edge of the map, but today we're going to actually start from this roundabout down here because it makes a bit more sense in terms of routing. Now, this is where the Venice airport would be. So if you want to build your airport, there's a location to get on and do that one. Then we've got the roundabouts here with a slight bit of road glitching at the end here. I'd say there's going to be a lot of little things to whinge and gripe about, and most of them very easily fixed if you know what you're doing. Heading down here, there you'll notice also, because the airport has been shut for so long, there's been no traffic down here, and obviously shut because of COVID and keeping the foreign lurgy out and keeping the Italian lurgy in, of course. But we have a lot of weeds on the highway there. It's the only place on the highways you'll find them, easily fixed again with the bulldoze trigger. Now, coming up to a little crossing over the river, and I'll tell you about these two-lane highways. Yes, they are network extensions too, and they really do need to be listed. Network extensions 2 needs to be listed on the workshop page. Not sure why that's elevated. Okay, anyway, yes, without it being listed on the workshop page, if you don't have network extensions 2, you'll load up the map will be broken. If you don't know why the map is broken, then, well, you're kind of lumbered and you'll have wasted your time. And so that's a downer. That's a big downer, I'm afraid. First roundabout intersection looks like this. It's a bit clunky. Don't mind the 3 lanes to 2 lanes and 2 lanes to 3 lanes, because that's pretty much, although I've not checked this one, it makes sense that would be done like that for a reason. Got a little bit of glitching on the road there as well, and a hint of blue mantle. And that's not going to be the last bit of blue mantle you see today. Moving on, back to the highways, a little road over rail, that's quite tidy as well, and a good height as well, well done. And now we're heading down towards one of the main intersections, and these are really accurate. This is exactly how it looks from space, well, from drone height, possibly, not space. And then we've got just a little bit of road glitching going on there. We've got a good height there. We've got just an ugly bit of elevated at ground level there, causing a little bit of glitching on the road there. What more have we got? I think somewhere around here you might spot a street lamp or two clipping through, and we've got some masses of blue mantle there and there. There's your street lamp right in the middle of the highway, not pretty, and a bit more of road glitching going on there. Now you'll notice the highway coming towards us, there's no traffic on it, and there is a reason for that. It's again the only occasion you'll see this on the entire map. And it is right here you'll see, obviously, the telltale head-to-head barriers there. So, yep, we'll come in and let's just invert the traffic on this little section here. Come on. And why's my game glitching? I've got it. It's fine. I've got it. Don't worry. Everything's fine. One little right click there and we are back in action. Okay, so yeah, little things that are so easily fixed. But of course, if you're playing, I'm going to say vanilla rules, buying the 9 tiles one at a time, you won't be able to get to that until you actually buy the tile. Of course, if you're playing with the modded game, that's not a problem. And as always, all my criticism is aimed based on a base player, a standard player that's coming in, has got limited experience of modding, and is buying his 9 tiles or her 9 tiles one tile at a time. Heading down here to the next intersection, which has got a lovely little loop. I like this intersection. It's got a lovely little loop. And I actually made one a little bit similar to this one in St Catherine's Point. A little bit similar. I think mine was slightly less glitchy, mind you. And mine was completely from imagination. Whereas this, though, has been, again, an accurate-ish recreation of the... it is accurate. It's just a bit it's clunky. Okay? Bit of stress there. Big blue mantle under there as well. Yeah, it is accurate. It's just needs cleaning up. That's what the problem is here. Anyways, we at this point will join the rail and we'll run the two side by side. You've got a little bit of glitching on the rail where it's all pushed just too sharply together. Very difficult to do anything about that one without using something like the Railway Replacer mod. And but working with vanilla assets and trying to do an accurate recreation isn't easy, and those rail lines wouldn't be much of a way around it. But I would suggest the problems with the highways are mostly fixable, mostly. So you know, road and rail run side by side here along together. Then we have a couple of little bridge spans here. The bridges are all pretty low to the water. That's another thing that I would suggest maybe needs rising just a little, just a hint, to get the concrete out of the water. Then we have this long bridge, which I did have to check to see whether it actually exists in real life, and it does. So yes, and it is very low to the water in real life as well. As we head over a little islet in the middle there, you see how low we are there. I'd just like to see that just raise just a hint, maybe a couple of nodes, just to get that up, and you'd be fine. Again, no extensions roads, lovely extension roads, just again needs to be subscribed to. And this is it Island Seconda? Anyway, it's a round island with a fort on it, and that exists as well. All these little bits and pieces are all actually in real life, and it's a decent, if clunky, representation of Venice. Head down here. We're now into Start Square territory, and there's your first link in there. It's all very clean and tidy. I quite like that. That works okay to get you started. Won't link you into the city itself, but I'm sure you'll find other little mini bridges to bring you across here. And there's your Start Square right there. Now, we're in the city of Venice, so we could do with a water-based asset. And we've got a really good one, if you can see it. And it is right in the middle of your screen right now. Can you see it? It's there. It is. I promise you, it's there. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer. Now you can see it. Right. There you go. I'm not going quackers, I promise. It's the Duck Family Props by SvenBerlin. Sven, you're a legend. You're a legend. I don't know what to say. We're going to have to do about 4 laps of this one because it's such a small prop, but I'll keep spinning round until I've read the factoid. Factoids because factoids. Oop, drop me bookmark. Theodore Herzl, the Zionist leader, was born today on this date, the 2nd of May, in 1860. And they once had an astonishing idea. of converting the Jews to Christianity as a way of combating anti-Semitism. Well, yeah, that would do it. Converting them to Christianity. That's like asking the blacks to rub chalk into their face, isn't it, really? Yeah, it's just a bad move. Anyway, Duck Family Props by SvenBerlin. Absolutely adorable. The foulest thing on the workshop. The foulest thing on... Anyway, we'll take an intermission and we'll come back to check for shipping even. For shipping. There'll be shipping.
Very few maps achieve the coveted all-star status. 5 stars for aesthetic, detail, and gameplay potential. To see them all in the all-star playlist, click the button now.
Will this be an all-star map? Probably not. We've got shipping. We have shipping and it follows the right route. Credit again. This is the shipping route in Venice. Accuracy is right there. I've got to credit the accuracy for this through and through. Many a creator wouldn't have put the correct shipping routes in. We've got one across there and we do have another one that heads down this way, down the deep route, and it's, well, I think it's probably dredged. It must be dredged, I'm sure. And then they got docks over there and there as well. And then we have a water in the City of Water. Do we have water flow in the start square? The answer is, not surprisingly, yes we do. Yes we do. Right that way, and it just bears off and bends around that way. Yeah, an awkward one for water flow on this map to make sure that it is moving. It's all good, but you can see the gullies where it's been dredged. It's quite neat indeed. So anyways, the map as a whole, it don't look much, does it? We're going to accept this. It's not the prettiest. It's nowhere near pretty, but it's accurate. It's pretty accurate. It's very accurate, actually. We've got all of these islands in place. We've got little areas like this. I've not checked to see what that actually represents, but all of them do have real life. Like over here, this one here, I do believe was a monastery or a nunnery or something, and then Napoleon, I don't know what they're doing in the water. Napoleon converted it for I don't know, ammo storage or something. I did have a read on that one, quite interesting actually. Heading over here, boggy land. There's a lot of boggy land that is going to get more boggy as global warming happens. And there's lots of water. Now, even if you're not going to do this as a Venice build, if you do fancy the map, all of these canals and waterways will make things very interesting. And if you've got the right DLC to have your ferries running, which was, I'm going to say mass transit. It's not mass transit, was it? Somebody stick in the comments. Which DLC was it that brought ferries? Oh, I'm sure it must be mass transit. Anyway, it's just got a lot of options, but and sunken ships, grounded ships. Yeah, it's in place. It's accurate if you want to do Venice, and it's interesting. It's just clunky. And we're going to try and find ourselves a thumbnail position. Probably not here. What do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I'll be very surprised. But it is accurate. I'm going to keep rubbing that in, okay? Let's rate this thing up, shall we? Aesthetically, it's not good, but I want to reward the accuracy, and the accuracy is all in how visually accurate it is with the coastlines and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it the 3rd star, but it's a low 3, but it is accurate. So yeah, 3 stars for aesthetics. Detail is clunky. We've seen worse, and there's some good bits, like the representations of these intersections, pretty good, but it needs work. I've got to give it 2 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, I was going to go for 3 stars, but I can't go with 3 stars because Network Extensions 2 is missing. which instantly makes the game broken. And of course we've got the one-way highway. There's little bits about it as well, but yeah, it's a broken game, I'm afraid, so it has to be 1 star for gameplay. But it's accurate, and I want to keep stating this. Venezia City of Water by lifefordance. A lot of effort's gone into getting this to be accurate, and if you want to come and tidy it up and play on it yourself, then at least you now know in advance what you're going to need to do. And if you do, let me know, and the 900 and whatever subscribers on the workshop, I wonder how many of them are prepared for that. Anyway, I've been BonBonB. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the Steam Weekly Chart Show, and then Monday we'll be back with more Watts maps as we're pushing on towards the 1000th show.